This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Prime. In association with Micromax. Nothing like anything.
Hello and welcome to your most trusted weekend real estate guide, Property It's Hot. I am Anjali Istwal and we get you a complete lowdown on innovative home buying and trending design ideas. Take a look at the lineup today. Center sets maiden norms for disabled friendly buildings. Will this move be a game changer for differently abled in the country? Delhi gets new building bylaws after 33 years. Can Delhi become a role model for all states across India? And Heritage Bungalow turned into a unique green home. The government has announced a slew of initiatives to make life easy for each one of us. Over the past few days, the NDA government announced waste management rules to cut down on pollution. It also came out with rules to be followed by builders to make buildings and establishments disabled friendly. Here's an update.
Visit any real estate hotspot and this is what welcomes you. Construction debris dumped along the roadside and a thick envelope of dust in the air that chokes you. But now you will be able to breathe easy. In a first, the Environment Ministry has released very stringent construction and demolition waste management rules to be followed by every contractor and builder.
Every large generator of the building or the large building plan, the permission of construction of building will be given only when he presents his full C&D waste disposal management plan. So now C&D waste disposal management also becomes part of building permission.
Construction permit will now be given only if the builder submits a comprehensive waste management plan. Projects generating construction and demolition waste of up to 20 tons per day or 300 tons per project per month will have to comply with the rules. Local authorities will have to allocate suitable sites for storage, processing and recycling of C&D waste. Land use for these sites cannot be changed. It is binding on local authorities to reuse 20% of C&D waste. Cities with a population of over 1 million will commission processing and disposal facility within 18 months. Cities with a population of 0.5 to 1 million and those with a population of less than 0.5 million will have to provide these facilities within 2 years and 3 years respectively. For the first time, the NDA government is also making an effort to make life easy for people with disabilities. The Urban Development Ministry has announced harmonized guidelines to be followed by builders, both government and private, to make access easy for persons with disability and elderly people in housing as well as commercial buildings.
All buildings and facilities used by the public such as educational, institutional, assembly, commercial, business, mercantile buildings and group housing shall have provision for universal design for differently abled persons. सुबह मैंने उनका एक इंडेक्स भी रिलीज किया है.
The ministry also released an Inclusiveness and Accessibility Index, a set of benchmarks that would assist organizations to identify their level of disability preparedness. According to estimates, out of every 1 lakh population in the country, 1,755 persons have one or the other disability. About 8.40% of rural households and 6.10% of urban households are reported to have at least one disabled person.
We carve for access to schools, access to healthcare, and access to transportations. Are these special needs? Not at all. Are these different needs? Not at all. Are these divine needs as put up by our Honorable Prime Minister? Certainly not. These are the basic human individual rights. Access is our basic right. and we need to have these places which should be accessible at all costs.
The government has framed the rules and done its bit. It's now for the builders to comply with these rules and do their bit. In New Delhi with Oinitam Oja, Sharon Alex for NDTV.
In a significant policy decision, the Urban Development Ministry has totally simplified building approval norms. Now just fill one common form online and your clearance will be there in 30 days. Oinitam has the details.
Better late than never. It took 33 years for the government to ease the building approval norms for the power state Delhi. You will no longer have to run from one government office to another, grease the palms of officials and wait endlessly for your building approvals. The government has directed municipal corporations to be the nodal point for all urban local bodies and issue approvals within 30 days, a procedure which earlier could take up to 3 years. Construction permits for residential plots of up to 105 square meter has been done away with. Just an undertaking that all rules will be followed in construction will now be enough.
This unification, simplification and integration of approval process in Delhi has been completed as desired by the Honorable Prime Minister to bring relief to citizens and also to enhance ease of doing business.
Today some of the bodies are online, others are not. Then those who are online, they are on different platforms. So we need to have a unified platform so that they can talk to each other. I think it's doable in 90 days.
The Urban Development Minister, who released the Model National Building Bylaws even before he did so for Delhi, is hoping to make Delhi an example for the rest of the states in India to follow. The biggest relief for every builder, government or private, has come in the form of environmental clearance. For all projects up to 1,50,000 square meters, municipal corporations will now be empowered to give a go-ahead, unlike earlier where files were stuck at the Central Environment Ministry for months at end.
What we are going to do is, we will do away with the requirement of environment clearance EC procedure for building sector with certain environmental conditions inbuilt into the local building bylaws.
Documents to be submitted for obtaining building permits have been reduced to 14 from 40. Number of documents to be submitted for completion cum occupancy certificate will now be down to 9 from 36. Approvals and no objection certificates from Airport Authority of India, Delhi Fire Services, Delhi Metro Rail Corporation and Environment Ministry will be issued in 15 days.
Building plan in MCD is approved by the Delhi government, this government of NCT of Delhi. Once they approve it, we will start implementing it. And this is long pending demand, particularly for this lower category like 100 meter and 200 meter square plots. The people, they get a lot of harassment, they get a lot of delays, and because of that lot of unauthorized construction takes place. All these things will be, I think, addressed with this unified building bylaws.
This single window clearance for residential and commercial buildings is an indication of the NDA government's commitment to ease of doing business. And for the end user or buyer, this should mean that he should no longer pay the cost for approval delays. In New Delhi, Oinitam Oja, NDTV.
Check out this new collection by Pariwear, inspired by nature, which is so pure, so simple and so neutral. Ashmika Singh joins us with this story.
As market leaders, Pariwear plays a vital role in improving sanitation levels in India, be it through world-class products, innovative themes, or even feel-good colors. Everyone knows that specific hues can provoke different emotions, associations, and responses, and what better inspiration than nature? Today, we shine the spotlight on the Inspired by Nature collection, another innovation by Pariwear. The endless colors and rich tones of our beautiful earth, could Pariwear have managed to find a more beautiful palette to work with? And in doing so, the company has laid to rest the myth that natural colors start and end with greens and browns. Simply put, color choices can make or break a design, and these products by Pariwear showcase that effortlessly. take a look at these naturally beautiful shades that not only enhance the beauty of your bathroom but also complement your lifestyle. Go for it when you're seeking for an ambience that gives you comfort. Here's a range of perfectly curated shades inspired by nature like moon ivory, deep teal and many more. Every color has a story to tell. Inspired by the subtle gloss of a natural pearl, Ultra White creates a lasting impression. Silky Off-White creates a look that feels surprisingly fresh and modern. Add to it neat textures and natural materials and you are bound to experience an inviting ambience. The inspiration for Ultra White comes from nature's tranquil palette, creating a cool interior look. Sensual and bold, Jazz Red serves as the foundation to the new Pariwear palette. It is a darlingly inviting tone that nurtures and is sure to engulf your space with a magical aura of warmth and richness. We've always been drawn to this shade of green. Lush Lime creates serenity and calmness, like the deep jungles with its thick forests. This color takes you close to nature, which cares, nurtures and refreshes.
Pariwear last year we wanted to change our approach in colors, especially in ceramic products. So we did a strong research in different parts of India, north, east, south, etc. And we come up with a final 12 new colors. Some of them are more bright, some of them are more let's say, of like the red, is more strong. But this is what we find out that people like that. So we have rolled out this. All of this has been inspired by Indian people. So we have get this inspiration from India.
Trendy Taupe is a color that adds warmth to the classic interior with its dignified, orderly look. Under the blanket of blue, the ocean holds a vibrant wonderland of color. The Pariwear Ocean Blue is a versatile color that, in its darkest hues, is dramatic and moody. Inspired by the magical grasslands and meadows, this green represents a color of life and freshness. Creating a restful atmosphere, it also possesses the intense power of nature. Create a private place of escape, reflection and reverie. A sensual and passionate shade without being too aggressive. Pink is the color of happiness and is sometimes seen as light-hearted. Pink shell speaks a desire for the more carefree days of childhood. Inspired from the vastness of the sky, Blue Breeze is the color of spirit and invokes rest and relaxation. Elegant Purple draws its inspiration from the vividly interesting lavenders. It embodies the essence of good judgment. Create an aura of spiritual fulfillment and surround yourself in a space which offers peace of mind. A magical shade patterned on the magnificent waves that inspired wanderlust, but still call out for you to hold on. This hue brings a warm glow to the clean shades of a bathroom space.
Colors are a very important, integral part of our life. So we thought, why not make colors more interesting? Rather than looking at colors as a blue, green, red, let's look at things which are very inspired by nature, because we spend a lot of time in the bathroom in our own, solitude, and we'd like to, anything which is natural, you tend to sort of like it more, you tend to grow with it more.
Distinct bands of color palette giving a sense of symmetry and balance to your bathroom space. This white color palette doesn't fail to surprise you, entice you, energize you and soothe you. So check this collection out if you want to put life and energy in your bathroom space. In New Delhi, Ashmika Singh, NDTV.
It's time for a short break. Coming up next, a heritage bungalow turned into a unique green home.